few little bits of technical info, but we've got some cool stuff to show today, right?
Yeah, we have a lot actually planned for you guys, and the team's really excited to show this stuff to you, and we think you'll like it.
Why am I off camera? I need to come into camera here. This is ridiculous. So, Nikki, what do you got planned this weekend?
Probably gonna play a lot of games. Probably gonna cook. Probably gonna sleep.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm going to play a lot of God of War. I am just_tank online if anybody ever wants to join me on PSN. That's my name, and you can come and dominate me. I am probably terrible, but I try my best, and I appreciate all the effort I put into it. So, anyways, God of War fans, we wanted to remind you guys that we have a ton of DLC that we're planning on producing over the next few months, and I know some of the things you guys have seen is stuff that was from our pre-order phase. A couple things are newer, especially like the Chimeran armor that we gave to you guys for free. But we're working. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Rotate here. We are working on some really, really cool new things to enhance your warrior. We're working on some very cool new maps. We just can't show you guys everything right now, but today we're going to preview a couple of our new maps that we're working on. So what we're going to do here is, first we're going to show you a new map that you guys saw at the end of our new trailer that we released recently called the Tower of Delphi. It's based off the single player arena. And then we're going to go into our game with Dev, where you guys will have a chance to slam down on Dev 7. He will probably dominate you guys back. And then towards the end of our show, around 6:15, we're going to bring you guys back and we're going to show you our new awesome map, again from the single player campaign, called the Whirlpool of Electo, and it's going to be pretty badass. So why don't we just stop enough of this snuff.
Wait,
yes?
we do have to mention that we're going to have a guest Dev with us.
I was about to get into that.
Right.
I was about to get into that.
Hurry it.
Gypsy likes to get in my way all the time. I just brought her on here a couple months ago, and well, she's doing a great job, and she's kicking ass in the forum. So all you guys out there better respect her. She's one of the top female gamers on the planet, in the universe. I know, she's kind of looking at me weird. She just won't tell you guys. So anyways, we're going to kick it off, and I'm going to bring on one of our special, awesome level designers, Mark McGeehan. Why don't you come join us, Mark? Bring a little chair over there.
Hey, everybody.
All right. So, we're about to show your beauty,
yes.
your work of art. Let's jump right into it.
Tower of Delphi.
Okay. And we are not there yet.
Get in there.
Yeah. Hold on one second, folks. Let's see what's going on here. There we go.
There we go.
All right. So, Mark, let's first talk a little bit about, tell us about your role. Tell us who you are. What do you do on the God of War development team?
Well, I'm the designer on the Trial of the Gods levels, specifically. I work with a few other guys, Andrew and Alex Solomon. And my role is basically setting up all the fights, these modes, and kind of setting up all the different events that come up. And some of the boss fights as well. So,
which boss fight specifically from the single player campaign did you do?
so this one is the Tower of Delphi. So if you play the single player, you'll see the Manicore returning, and we really wanted to highlight him some more and feature him and give you a chance to fight him with another partner, pretty much. So
Awesome. Looks like we're having some crazy amount of lag here, guys. Hang on, just bear with us 1 second. We're going to try and reset this. Man, what's going on here? Oh, fuck. Resolutions. Frame rate.
I think it is what you said.
What's that?
Are you ready to say that?
What? a second. Oh, there we go. All right. Are we back, folks? How's the lag? Still a bit laggy? If the stream is looking good for you guys, just tell us on the chat right now. We're really sorry about that. Dealing with a little lag. Type if it's better in the chat. Let us know. Let us know. No lag here? Better? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, Mark. Cool. So we're back. Nothing like a good bit of lag here. So let's get back to talking about what you did in the single player real quick, because I think that's really interesting as a bridging into what you did for multiplayer. So real quick, tell us what were the bosses that you designed in the single player?
In the single player, I handled just the fights, implementing all the AIs and kind of where they go as you're progressing through the level. So I didn't handle any of the boss fights in single player, although I did hook them up in multiplayer. So some of these guys put the trial on these.
Now, did you have any kind of direct hand in Delphi with single player?
No, actually, I didn't handle Delphi, but I did do like canyons or like some of the Hecaton return visit areas and some statue in single player.
So what was tell me a little bit about the design process behind this map in particular. I mean, when did it officially start on paper, when Todd or Mark Simon or Ariel or Whitney came to you, or Vince,
right,
and we're like, hey, we're going to take the Tower of Delphi, one of the most iconic places in the Ascension single player campaign, before you meet the Oracle, and we're going to make it into a multiplayer map for Trial of the Gods, which is what we're seeing here right now.
Right. Yeah, so right off the bat, we all knew we wanted to bring more single player to the multiplayer experience, and Todd had discussed that he wanted to see Delphi in Trial of the Gods. So basically, I just started taking apart the single player and just kind of implementing it, and just throwing in various different AIs that we didn't get a chance to combine in single player, and just kind of go from there. And we knew we wanted to make it more challenging and kind of keep expanding on difficulty and keep going with that and all that stuff.
Awesome. And how do you, when you're building a map for Trial of the Gods, how do you determine what enemies are going to be on here? Obviously, I see some of the enemies that are iconic to the Delphi map, but then I see, some of the other ones that aren't. How did you guys come to that decision?
It was a lot of just playing around and just what felt right to us, and just what was fun. That was kind of more or less.
Were you partial to having a crap ton of Manticores just bog down on you?
Yeah, because like with the Manticore, you see a bunch of Manticore spawns in the single player. So I think I wanted to kind of play on this idea that you're getting swarmed by a bunch of these flyers, and
So. So is Trial of the Gods your favorite multiplayer mode, would you say?
I do. I like Trial of the Gods a lot, but I do find myself playing Team Favor Rush a lot as well.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's your allegiance? Who do you side with?
Lately, I've been sticking with Poseidon, just because he has so much health.
Lord does. We need a lot of help when we're going up.
Yes.
All the different people online that just are loving to dominate us. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing one of the. This looks like the Manticore from the single player campaign.
The Manticore. We brought him back, and he's a lot more lethal this time.
He's bringing a lot more of his babies this time.
A lot more of his babies.
Or he has like endless babies.
He does. The benefits of being a Manticore. Right?
So, what are some of the things that I should look out for when I'm battling against the Manticore?
Well, so a lot of his attacks will deal a lot of damage. So you want to watch out for that tail whip that he's doing right now. You can see that he's stunned one of the players right now. Sometimes he'll fly up in the air and he'll shoot like fire breaths at the arena. And you'll kind of be mindful of that and watch out. And of course, the combination of him with his spawns is pretty scary.
So, Nikki right now is, come on, really? Well, it looks like she got the feed.
Player. And we did make some little changes. Like as soon as we load in, you'll see like the floor electrifies and little things like.
So if you had to say, I mean, if you're not, you might not be the most professional multiplayer gamer, but if there were a couple tips that you wanted to give to people just with respect to how you designed this map, right off the bat, I mean, are there a couple basic things that you would tell people, like a couple of the basic do's and don'ts?
Definitely that electric floor trap that you guys just saw is a lot more dangerous than it may seem. And always take out those bombers as soon as possible, because they'll explode and they'll knock you into those the electric floor or into the manicore at times. And it's really those little guys that you have to be conscious of.
That's kind of how I felt about the Trial of Archimedes.
Yes.
It's always the little enemies in our game that become the biggest buggers.
Big pests.
And, yeah.
You can take care of the big guys, but you can't take care of the little guys.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a hell of a throw.
yeah, there are a few ring out zones, or a couple, but they're not quite as easy to get as the other trial levels.
We could call this the Trial of Tower of Delphi, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can call it that.
I guess, the fact that we do call it Trial of the Gods essentially is what the Trial of Archimedes is, right?
Right.
It is a trial of the gods. So in multiplayer, we're essentially giving you more Trials of Archimedes,
Right.
but in a much more varied, and leveling up way.
You're right. That was an things.
Yeah.
along the lines of it, so.
I mean, there was a class or a weapon. I can't really tell you yes or no, but I can tell you it's definitely not battle axes. But we are working on some new weapons for you guys. We are always exploring new things. Can't say anything about that right now. Excited to work with the new PS4, any new 4v4 maps. So we did talk a little bit earlier. We are working on a new large map that will support 4v4. It's going to be very exciting. Let's see. Guys, any specific questions about Delphi specifically? Delphi specifically. What do we got here? Any chance of a large hybrid map? Who will be the fifth god? Dual swords. Guys, we got one of the legendary designers of God of War here. Let's ask some questions for Mark specifically. What is Delphi?
What is Delphi?
Will Delphi be 2v2 mode?
I don't know.
Well, at this point, we're not planning on making Delphi 2v2 mode. It is specifically for a Trial of the Gods. Mark, what's your PSN? No, don't tell anybody. Let's see. Okay, here's a good one. Mark, do you know who do you battle at the end of round 5?
Yeah.
Question. That's like a question for Jeopardy. That's a tough question.
Woo!
That expects people that you expect to know every single enemy that comes at the end of every single round. That's tough.
Yes, it is a tough one.
All right. Yeah. See, this guy knows. It's the Manicore. Duh. Yeah, of course. All right, McGrogster again. Just because I love his name. So, Mark, to your knowledge, what was the inspiration for the Delphi design? Are you familiar with that?
I'm not too familiar on the process of it, but there is the videos that we put up.
Yeah, of course. We've got our Unchained videos on God of War.